government.
Let's get to work.
So I wear my gun. I really want the rocket launcher, but I'm still too young. This movie give me courage not to fear no one, to feel no pain and hear no tongue. So I hear no screams and I shed no tear.
You've directed 2 Step Up movies. We've seen you do a Justin Bieber documentary. Yes. So this is actually your first action film. I mean, is it very different from directing a dance film? Because it all involves choreography, I guess you can say.
It is very different. One, I'm working with big movie stars in this one, and they bring such a master to their craft to the table that you just try to keep up, for sure. But that's what I love about working with people who are great. You know, working with Justin on the documentary, he loves what he's doing, and he's great at what he's doing. And you kind of have to, as a filmmaker, not go against it, but go with it, and then and enhance it, and see the things that why Bruce Willis is so good at what he does, and he's good at the little things, his little looks, his little. His thing he says after someone says the big line, he says his little quip at the end. That's what makes him Bruce Willis. So I have to adjust the camera that we're not like rushing towards him and doing big, crazy, heroic moves. We just let him play like average Joe, and he gives us extraordinary Joe things. So that type of thing really helped. And then when we're working with action, big explosions and big action pieces, that makes dance it makes it feel very dangerous, and it's the dangerous dance, I guess. So we try to, that definitely changed things up for me.
And you actually had a slight delay, I guess, in release date for the film. Was that because of the 3D conversion? And were you kind of a little worried about pushing the date back?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always scary, no matter what, because you're targeted to a certain date, and you're going for it. It's like running a marathon, and then you realize you're only halfway through. That was very difficult, but at the same time, it was a meant of making the movie better. Like, we literally looked each other in the eye and say, this movie will be helped by being more immersive. The whole point of this movie was to take the audience on an adventure where you're in the mountains of the Himalayas, in the desert of Pakistan, and in Washington, D.C., and this will play to our strengths. The only thing that held us up was, we need the right time and resources, and luckily Paramount gave us those 2 things. So once that was a go, and sort of recovered after 2 weeks of dealing with that, we just picked up our load and kept moving on and focused. So I think it does help our movie. I think people should see this in 3D. I think it's meant to be in 3D, and again, it brings the audience that much closer to the action.